Host Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, wheat, and cotton. The corn market stayed anywhere from 2 1/4 down to 5 1/4 up on a firmer Friday session, with old crop closing fractionally to a penny higher. The new crop contracts weakened by a penny to 1 1/4 cents on the day. USDA cited cash ethanol prices from $2.14 to $2.40 per gallon regionally for the week, mostly 10 to 35 lower. After fading on Wednesday and Thursday, Friday the soy market bounced back to limit the week's moves into the weekend. Beans closed 7 to 11.5 cents in the black. The wheat futures added more to the downside on Friday. The Chicago board closed 3 to 4 3/4 cents in the red. Casey Hard Red Winter ended the day down 3 3/4 to 5 1/4. Spring wheat futures closed with 2 1/4 to 3.5 cent losses for the day. As we move toward cotton's Friday news, we see the weekly cotton market showed 12,604 bales sold on the spot market for the week at 86.12 in cents per pound. Market year-to-date spot sales 57,375 bales compared to 316,548 during the same week last year. The average world price 77.78 in cents per pound. That was up from the 76.74 last week. Neighbor, there's a look at cotton. Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm brought to you by PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, PipeMovers.com, the Laredo store. Call Gabriel, 956-727-7473. Neighbor, let's take a look at the meat moves from Friday. We'll begin with the hogs. National pork carcass cutout value, 81 firmer at 93.43. Federal slaughter, 2.605 million head for the week through Saturday, compares to 2.50 million head last week and 2.632 million head for the same week last year. As we look toward our beef side of the equation, we see wholesale prices in the afternoon mixed. $2.23 higher on the choice quote, $1.09 higher on the select, tightening the choice select spread to $22.04, the tightest since September the 8th. Looks like the week's cattle slaughter through Saturday, 674,000 head. That's a 5,000 head lead from last week and 14,000 head above the same week last year. The monthly cattle on feed report showed 11.706 million head reported. That was 2.03% of a decrease from last year, but was up 252,000 head from October. Placements were down 6.4% October to October. Cattle marketed in October were about 0.6% on the year at 1.86 million head. Trade was expecting to see year-to-year decline of 1.7% on feed from 4.7 lighter placements. Friday's cash trade, mostly 155 in the western corn belt. The week's price, 150 to 151 in the south, 154 to 155 in the north. Neighbor, there's your meat moves from Friday. MG Building Materials reminds you to start your next project today with an MG personal credit card. No interest if paid in full within 6 months. Apply for your card at any MG Building Materials store. Get all the information at mgbuildingmaterials.com. Remember, those stores are San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Kerrville, Pleasanton, and Uvalde. Call that Uvalde store at 2301 East Main Street at 830-278-4439. We're on the line with Gary Butler, Nixon Livestock. Going to have a sale before Thanksgiving, Gary. What's it looking like Sunday night?
It's going to be a little light, Larry, due to the weather, I imagine. A lot of it. Then a lot of people going to hold them until next week also, because I think us and Three Rivers are the only ones having a sale this week. But we got 360 in. I imagine we'll have about that 450 to 500, somewhere in that neighborhood. Got some really good calves, not any big bunches, 10 here, 20 there, 15 there. Got a good set of Charolais calves. There's about 20, 25 of them. Got a good set of black calves. There's about the same number. On the cow side, got in about 60 cows probably. Got a few young cows mixed in the deal. Probably they're open, a little on the thin side, but we're probably going to have about 500 tomorrow, Larry.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Gary Butler, for the Nixon sale.
You can catch us here at Sailborn 830-582-1561 or 62. Catch me on my mobile, 830-857-4330, Larry.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Neighbor, now it's time to catch up with Leo Casas. Leo, how are you today?
Doing good, Larry. Well, we had quite a bit of rain over the weekend, up to 2 inches in spots, and it was real slow. It took about a day and a half to get here. It was kind of chilly, but the rain was really welcome. Looks like we're going to have a good winter weed year. And I want to report on the South Texas Heritage Sale I auctioneered Saturday the 19th, unofficially. 55 head, $3,595, just about $3,600. It was really hopping. A lot of good cattle. Anybody needs any bulls for lease or sale, I can be reached at 361-362-5863. Keep up with us on database on Instagram. Casas Cattle _Rancher 3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information. CasasCattle.com. CASAS. CasasCattle.com. We're the bull people.
I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm, and we're on the line with Brandon DeBose from DeBose Pipe, Panel, and Gate. What year did they start?
Man, they started in 1976. Grandfather started this business, backyard in Lomita, Texas.
Brandon, describe your product line and services provided.
Yes, sir. We do entrances. We sell pipe for entrances. We sell gates, livestock gates, pasture gates, heavy-duty corral gates. A little bit of, any kind of gates you'd really need out there on your farm, your pasture, whatever it is.
The phrase that y'all use within the commercial is wholesale to the public.
We're under competitors' retail prices, and our panels are the first and only to ever have a lifetime warranty against any livestock. Our heavy-duty line, they're made out of a 2-inch Schedule 80 pipe frame and 1 5/8 14-gauge rails, and they're going to weigh around 150 pounds. We're very confident in the way they're built, the material they're built out of. We're very confident in our employees that put these things together. And, there's nothing more frustrating than going buying a competitor's panel and setting up your pins and having a bull try to jump out of it and tear 3 or 4 panels, and there you are having to go buy 3 or 4 more. When ours, you bring that panel back, show us where they try to jump through to jump over, and if it's damaged by any livestock beyond use, let us know, man. We replace it, no questions asked.
Now, you offer financing, too.
We go through a company called Sweet Pay Financing. It's been a very handy tool.
You're at the Lomita location. You have 2 more?
Yes, sir. We have them in San Antonio, Texas, and Hearne, Texas.
Give us your phone number for the Lomita location.
Lomita location, we can be reached at area code 512-752-3200.
And y'all have a website, don't you?
We do, yes, sir. It's www.dubospanels.com.
Brandon, thanks for being with me here on Down on the Farm.
Thank you.
We are on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Last go-round before Thanksgiving. Riley, what's it going to be like?
Well, it was a little lighter this week, Larry. Had pretty decent rains around the last couple days with that front that came through. Kind of cold weather, but 3/4 to 1.5 inches in a lot of places around here locally, so we'll sure take it. But it did slow the runs down a little bit. Probably going to end up with 1,000 to 1,100 tomorrow is what it's looking like. Quality looks pretty good. Got one big string of black KOs, of Brangus type KOs off of one place. They're kind of weighing from 300 up to 600. Some pretty good kind of grazing calves on them, and then some bigger yearling type cattle on them also. Got a couple sets of Charolais calves there, good calves. Another set of really good Brangus calves. Cow wise, probably 100 cows, maybe 20 to 30 palpated cows. I didn't see many pairs at all tomorrow. The stocker cows been kind of staying at the house. Hadn't seen many of those, but I think altogether we might get close to 1,100 for tomorrow.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the last Monday sale at Live Oak Livestock before Turkey Day.
361-813-6650 is myself. 361-786-2553 is the office. always go to the webpage, liveoaklivestock.com.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry.
I'm Down on the Farm's Larry Marble. We're here at the kitchen table with Stephen from D&D. Stephen, I understand you've got great things going on in your ropes and roping department.
Yes, sir. So, Larry, we carry Preferred, Shoot Help, and WW roping equipment, and we have way too much here. All of your listeners get a 10% off special on roping chute, lead-ups, and arena panels while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, while supplies last, you get the discount. Give Stephen a call. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you at D&D.
Just give me a shout at 830-379-7340, extension 160.
We're on the line with Rodney Butler. It's Sunday evening after a Friday sale. Rodney, what'd you think of it?
Oh, we had a good sale. Them light calves sure did jump up there. I quote them probably anywhere from 10 to 15 cents higher. And our heavy cattle last week, we saw add on them. So I thought they were pretty steady this week, sir.
Good. Walk the pens with us.
All right, we had 633 head of good cattle. We had no horses, and we had 17 goats. And like I said, that old market was strong. Your 200, 300-pound steers were $1.52 to $2.04. Heifers $1.10 to $1.25. Your 300, 400-pound steers were $1.55 to $2.20. Heifers were $1.31 to $1.76. Your 400, 500-pound steers $1.52 to $2.08. Heifers $1.39 to $1.78. Your 500, 600-pound steers $1.40 to $1.88. Heifers $1.40 to $1.68. 600, 700-pound steers $1.39 to $1.55. Heifers $1.29 to $1.51. 700, 800-pound steers $1.23 to $1.42. And heifers were $1.21 to $1.39. Packer cows are pretty steady. They brought anywhere from 25 to 73 cents. Bulls brought from 55 to 97. Young stocker cows brought anywhere from 68 to 86, with some bred cows dollaring out around that 860. And we only had a handful of pairs Friday, and they brought anywhere from 875 to 1,000, sir.
Good. And, of course, no sale this week.
No, sir. We'll be closed this week. We're going to take off for Thanksgiving. Wish everybody a safe and happy Thanksgiving, sir.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the first sale after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, if I can help it, market your cattle the next 3 weeks in December, please call me at 361-358-1727, or you can call me on my mobile, 645-5002.
We appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you, and talk to you later, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm. We're at the kitchen table, and our guest today is Stephen from D&D, and you're bringing us some Preferred information, aren't you?
Yes, sir, Larry. So the boss ordered one too many truckloads of stuff from Preferred this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and offer 10% off all Preferred panels and squeeze chutes exclusively to Down on the Farm listeners while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, you need to get in on this action. How much percentage?
10%.
Get on down to D&D right now. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, and I'm at extension 160.
We're on the line with Madison Bexley. Madison, how are you?
Pretty good, Larry. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. How did the sale go?
We had a pretty good run. We ended up with 1364 with 220 cows and 29 bulls, 184 sellers, and 84 buyers.
Walk the pens with us, please.
On the stocker cows, the market was really active and stronger this week. The front end of the pairs brought from 11 to 15 and a quarter. The mediocre and middle-aged pairs from 850 to 1075. The longhorn and the plainer end of the pairs from 450 to 8 and a quarter. The good bred cows from 9 to 1200. The mediocre, middle-aged, and shortbreds mostly 6 to 875. The longhorn and the plainer breds from 350 to 575. Packer cows would have been about steady, and bulls would have been 2 to 3 higher this week. The good high-yielding cows from 64 to 76 and a half. The medium-yielding cows from 53 to 63. The low-yielding and lightweight cows from 27 to 52. The good high-yielding Packer bulls from 94 to $1.04. The low and medium-yielding bulls from 64 to 93. And on the calves and yearlings, the market was really strong. As a whole, the quality was excellent this week, and the bigger calves weighing over 550 were steady to a couple dollars higher. And then the lighter end, weighing 3 to 5 and a quarter were mostly 10 to 15 higher on a real active market this week. So all in all, it's a pretty good day.
No market next week, right?
No, we are off for Thanksgiving next week, but we will be back on December the 1st, and we will have 3 sales in December, our last sale being December the 15th. So
tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Madison.
You can always check us out on Facebook or you can call the barn at 512-398-3476. My cell phone at 979-540-9793, or you can ring Bubba at 512-461-6091.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, it's time to take a quick look at grains. South Plains corn, 787 to 817, up 2.5. South Plains milo, 697 to 737, up 2.5. South Plains hard red winter wheat, 874 to 924, down 3.25. Texas cotton, 373 bale of East Texas, 63 of West Texas. Average price across the state, $82.16. That's it for the grains and cotton. That's it for Down on the Farm. Thank you for listening. I'm Larry Marble. Good day.